just keep talking about this cooperation, because first it was a requirement. Now they're saying it's optional, right? So it's an optional cooperation. So maybe we can put it in, maybe we don't have to. So now as a listing agent, I no longer have to offer anything. I can put in 0 for the compensation for the cooperating broker. So follow that for a second. Now what REBNY did was they said cooperation would be in violation. So you could not put any kind of compensation in that space at all. It's a violation if you do so. And
REBNY is the Real Estate Board of New York, and they got ahead of this by saying, listen, we see where things are going. We believe in the abolition, and it served their interest anyway, but let's not get into that. They just simply said by New Year's Day, there's no more offer of compensation that can be made. It's what they call illegal.
No more offer of compensation at all. Like, it's not even an option. You cannot put it in there. That's really a big deal.
It's no longer an option between the brokers. They gave, I don't want to get into this either, the clunky process, or the parties could somehow negotiate through their agents, which is different than the agents taking it upon themselves. But that said,
let's talk about that. So in other words, so they cannot put in any compensation to the selling broker, which would be the buyer's broker representing the buyer. And if the buyer's broker does want to get paid from the seller directly, right? Put it into the seller like we did it in the past. What's the process? They would have to go have the buyer request that their buyer agent get paid by the seller. Is that right?
Close. It goes A, B, C, D. It goes, buyer has this great idea. I need representation. I ask for buyer's agent. The buyer's agent is asked the listing agent. The listing agent asks the seller, and then the seller could say yes or no. And if they say yes or no, the listing agent tells the buyer's agent. So there's that's fraught with so many different angles. Who wants to pay who wants all the money, who wants representation, who does not want opposition. I mean, it's not a realistic, I think it was a bone that REBNY threw them to let them know it's not impossible. It's possible, but also
it is possible, but it's very difficult to follow that whole process.
Right. It's like the Giants and Jets going to the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. Right. So, right. It's one of those things. But